Hello and welcome to the channel. It's me, Kristofer Brooks. Today the article comes from the Express, and this is all to do with one of these huge factory farms which are being constructed in Feltwell, Norfolk. Labour MP joins the fight against a plan for mega farm in countryside. One of the biggest factory farms in Europe could be built between two rural villages, but locals are putting up a fight. And this article was written by Eleanor Burley, or I assume that's how it's pronounced. Protecting and ensuring the future of British farming has been a hot topic in recent days and weeks, but it's the industry in danger of morphing into an American factory-style model. The Environment Agency has received 32 applications for mega farms in the last 3 years, and some workers are afraid companies will use planning reforms to their advantage to push through controversial projects with dubious regulatory and welfare standards. One such highly publicised development is the bid of the UK's biggest meat supplier, Cranswick, to expand a modest-sized farm between the villages of Methwold and Feltwell in Norfolk into one of the biggest industrial sites in Europe, with the capacity for 870,000 chickens and 14,000 pigs. Described by the company as a sustainable and modern farm, with the plans to have sparked unprecedented backlash, with over 15,000 incensed locals writing to the Borough Council of Kings Lynn and West Norfolk, urging it to throw the application out. The objection suggests that the farm could pose a risk to health and safety. Ammonia fumes and campaign groups Feedback and Sustain have also accused Cranswick of failing to provide details of expected greenhouse gas emissions. One person wrote, "Tourists will stop coming to the area due to the smell and pollution. House prices in outlying towns and villages will plummet. We will no longer be able to enjoy our gardens or countryside. We won't be able to hang the washing out or have barbecues." This type of factory farm is completely unnecessary, with low standards of animal welfare, and will impact enormously on the local roads, another added. Terry Jeremy, Labour MP for South West Norfolk, has also written to the Environment Agency urging it not to issue a permit for the project on the grounds that it would cause unnecessary and damaging pollution which will adversely affect people and biodiversity. The food giant, which supplies chicken and pork to major supermarket chains, maintains that the development would cause negligible disturbance to the surrounding area, and has positioned it as a means of safeguarding British food production. The UK imports a lot of pork and chicken, as there is not enough produced in the UK to meet the demand, a spokesperson told the Eastern Daily Press. The investment in our farms, made using best available techniques to ensure the most sustainable and efficient sites are developed and improve standards versus those already in operation. It also helps to address the need for more security in the UK food chain. However, Rebecca Matthew, a farmer in Norfolk, told the newspaper that the plans reflect a demand for cheaper produce increasingly and not realistic for smaller agricultural sites. The bigger companies are trying to take out the middleman and control every part of the food supply chain, she said. So, what do you make of that? Do you agree that it is going to be a huge hindrance? Or are you of the opinion that with the Farmers No Food campaign going on, that this is counterproductive? Where do you stand on this? I mean, my personal opinion on this is that I think the location is the key point here, because I know Feltwell and I know Methwold, and they are very quaint country villages, so I don't think that it's an ideal place. I think the people have a right to be concerned, especially with like the traffic on the roads. The roads are going to get destroyed by all these heavy good vehicles, even more than they are now, with potholes and goodness knows what else going on. So I can understand that. Even the noise, I don't know whether the noise pollution was mentioned there, but the sound of thousands of pigs and chickens, 800 and something thousand chickens, can you imagine the noise? So yeah, I can really understand and I can sympathise with the locals on this. I think also it's a moral issue, isn't it, with so many animals I assume, are going to be condensed, and it's not going to be like free range chickens. It's going to be factory farm chickens, battery hens. So yeah, I think this really does need to be looked at, and I think we need to look at other alternatives, both on how things are farmed and where they're farmed. Yeah, you tell me what you think in the comments. All the best. Speak soon. Bye for now.